Growing up in my country, in the way that I did, and the way that others did not, I knew at an early age that I possessed a gift, a talent, if you will, for this. Huh? I am Victor Habanero. I am the reigning international adult age marbling champion. I must emphasize that it is adult age marbling and not adult marbling. That's a whole other thing altogether. I do not have the world champion title because in order to have that I must compete against the US champion who has Thurston Turnbuckle. Just his name, just saying his name is like poison on my tongue. Thurston Turnbuckle has no regard for these rules that have been established by the Adult Age Marbling Committee. He insists on calling it adult marbling. If you Google that, you're not going to like what you find.
As of right now, I'm the reigning U.S. adult marbling champion, about 5 or 6 years running. I want to say I got into marbling around the 4th grade. You know, I'd play other sports, basketball, you know, the big orange ball, soccer, you have the, you know, smaller checkered ball. The big balls weren't doing it for me. This kid, Tim Johnson down the street, you know, so Tim, what are you doing over there? And that's when he introduced me to the small glass balls. I've been in love with the small glass balls since the 4th grade, and that kind of catapulted me into my 6-year reigning U.S. adult marbling championship title. So my first time, I think earlier I touched on it, was walking home, Tim Johnson, but it wasn't as innocent as that. He wasn't like, hey, let's play marbles. We actually fist fought before I was introduced to marbles because the way he proposed playing marbles to me, you know, he jumped out of the bush and said, hey Thurston, you want to see my balls? And I just, boom, I socked him one. And when he hit the ground, all these marbles fell out. And I kind of put, you know, 2 and 2 together and got marbles. And, you know, he kind of showed me the ways we drew our circle, and he told me the rules and the names, and showed me some trick shots. And actually, I don't know where that kid is now, but I probably owe him a lot of my marble upbringing, a lot of my, you know, success in adult marbling is probably due to Tim Johnson there, you know. So Tim, if you're watching this, thanks buddy. You know, the check's in the mail.
Ah, you may notice I still wear the wedding ring from my previous marriage. I still wear the ring because it is how you say pathetic. Yes. I'll tell you of the very first time I ever played the game of marbles as a boy, huh? You will like this story, it is good. I was a small boy in my village, and I was challenged by another small boy in my village, a neighborhood boy, who we called the village boy, who lived in my neighborhood. And he was a boy. He challenged me to a game, and I show up. I brought my cabbage leaf and Dutch apple to what I believed was going to be a quick game of backslaps, but no. Turns out the other boy is a bit of a nibbler who doesn't know his Benningtons from his daisy wheels. I knuckle down and he immediately calls fen punchings. Fen punchings! I mean, what's next? Downsies? I came here to play a man's game, not penny in the pot. I've got an Akron roller just begging for bombsies, but not if we're going to play all Cooney thumbs. Accuse me of a diddle? Accuse me again, my friend, and I will call nose droppings and elephant stomp your jaw faster than you can boogie shot your turn dasher with your scumpy knuckles. This I tell him. That's the sort of dabbler you're dealing with, my friend. You can take that to your bank and cash it. He turns. He runs away. Never to play the game again. Not once. And me? I played enough for a lifetime. I wish to this day that I had a chance to play one more game. One more. But alas, that opportunity has gone away, huh? So I suppose you are wondering about this, huh? All right. I will tell you. Thurston Turnbuckle and myself were competing for the World Championship title.
I was supposed to play this character named Victor Habanero. The match was all set up, ready to go, and then this happened. So I'm knuckled down. Final shot. The match is mine at this point. Bang! This debilitating jolt of whatever. It felt like lightning go through my leg. Shook me so that when I made my final shot, my final shooter, right in Habanero's eye.
A cramp that caused him to shoot his marble eye into the air, and it landed here, taking out my eye.
I don't want to use the word sabotage, but if I could use a word, it would probably be sabotage. You know, that was so long ago. I'd give anything just to go back and marble one more time. And we were left to, we had to, kind of go underground with, our marbles, warehouses after hours, basements of bars, street corners, wherever there was marbles and wherever there were people who wanted to play with marbles, I was there, kind of made a good chunk of change, just, hustling.
Marble Mania, as it was called by the media, was a sight to be seen.
So the peak of Marble Mania was great. Let's see, I had endorsements. I had a line of marbling caps. I hung out with beautiful actresses, musicians, rock stars, met mayors, met popes, met presidents of foreign countries, our country, whatever country you want. You name it, it was there. Pretty much anywhere you went, you had your choice of women.
Turnbuckle has a personality of a circus clown. A dancing monkey. He paraded in front of the cameras. He hobnobbed with the celebrities and the rock stars. While I stayed home and practiced for the inevitable day of our rematch.
It was a good run. It was a real good run.
The fame, the fortune, the wine, the women. I saw none of it.
But I've no complaints about the peak. It was, if marbling's your game, this was your time, guaranteed. Well, if you were as good as me, that is. But
Do I wish that I could have been out there drinking at the Whiskey A Go Go with the Johnny Depp and the George Clooney? Do I? Do I wish this? Yes, I do. Yes, very much. I wish I had done that.
No one's as good as me. Where'd it go?